What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Hippo Supercoach, and today we've got the St Kilda versus North Melbourne review. So the final game of the practice matches, which is very exciting. We don't have to watch any more of this BS. Anyway, some very interesting topics in this last game. Throwing a few spanners in the works. Let's start with St Kilda. So Riley Bonner, this is his second good game. I think he's actually strongly worth considering. At this point, I need to learn a bit more about him. I only saw the third quarter of this game, so my read on it isn't amazing. I'm pretty much just going off the numbers. But yeah, Riley Bonner, we have to consider him. I think he's quite cheap. Moving on, Jack Steele 111. The thing I don't like is the handball to kick ratio. 16 handballs for 5 kicks. It really annoys me about Steele. Tackles 9, which was great. 1 3 4. 12 contested. So it was a pretty good game for Steele. And to go 111 off 21 touches, that's pretty freaking good. So he's in serious consideration for my team at this point. It's either probably going to be him or Crouch. I think they're actually a similar age, so you might think Matt Crouch is way older, but he's actually not. So yeah, I don't know. You could probably pick both, but it is risky. I feel like one is going to be good and one's not going to be good. I just don't know which one that is. Nazai Wangani Malera, he was good again. That prick, man. Every time he was in my team, every game he played in my team, he was useless, and then after I got rid of him, he went good. So he could be top 6 defender, who knows. Darcy Wilson, absolute lock. Only 130k, looked really good from what I saw. 6 free kicks, 4, which is a bit unrealistic. Probably going to average, well, that's probably more like an 80 if he doesn't get all those frees for. But look, if he's attacking the footy and people are hitting him high, then reward for, going in first. I don't know how those free kicks actually happened. But, yeah, look, at the end of the day, 106 for a 130k rookie is very nice. So, you can't be disappointed with that. Moving on, who else is there to talk about? Royal Marshall 102, so he was kind of just cruising from what I saw. Pretty good game from him. I don't think he'll be a top 2 ruck, though, this year. I think it's going to be Gordon English quite comfortably. Sean Maker, I think he might be a rookie. 60, not bad. 83 fantasy. Let's have a look. Is he? Little sneak peek at my team. She'll make 117k defender. Yeah. So keep an eye on him. See if he's named round 1. I think that's pretty much it for St Kilda. Now, moving on to probably the most relevant team of 2024 Supercoach, North Melbourne. Zach Fisher, you are back in my team and locked, and the key is thrown away. He's got the absolute cheese roll. It looks like Sheasel. It's basically the same thing as Sheasel. He got a lot of kick-ins from what I saw. Running off the halfback. He had 6 clangers. Imagine if he didn't have 6 clangers, he'd probably go 140. Yes, he's probably not going to have 36 touches every week. But, look, I think he's a guaranteed top 6 defender. I think he could go 105 plus in that role. I mean, you see a lot of average players like Zeeble and Aaron Hall. They go to North Melbourne. Well, they're already at North Melbourne, but they change into that role, that halfback defensive kick-in role, and for whatever reason, North just always have good scorers in that role. So Zach Fisher, Harry Sheasel, those 2 guys are going to take the absolute piss this year, I think. I don't see why either of them won't go over 100 on average. Sheasel probably 110, just a bit classier, younger, more talented than Zach Fisher. But look, Fisher could definitely go up there as well, so I think at 370k, it's a bit of a lock for me. Only in 10% of teams, probably going to be like 25 now, unfortunately. I wish he went like 100 odd, because that would have been a nice subtle pick for me, but now it's pretty obvious, 132. He's probably got to come into a lot of teams. Cherry was solid, 99, plenty of hit-outs, but yeah, probably not for me at this point. Gave away 4 frees, bit annoying there. Who is this Nguyen guy? NYO. NYO, was it? NYUON. Okay, so he's 123k forward. Maybe we pick him. I don't know. It's going to come down to round one at the end of the day, who gets named. So keep an eye on these guys. But look, that's a really good game from him. Only had the 15 touches and he scored 87. 6 marks. Yeah, okay. Zane Dersma looked really good from the last quarter I saw. Low touches, obviously, but 2 goals. Presented really well. But yeah, like I think he's a key forward kind of player. So, or like a medium-sized forward. So it's not going to be the best scoring role. And I think he's about 190. So at that price, you probably don't want someone like him or that role like him. But job security-wise, it should be okay because, high draft pick and whatnot. Toby Pink, 70 off 28 fantasy. What the actual hell? He had 11 handballs for 1 kick. That is crazy, but I don't know how he scored 70 Supercoach. That is very lucky. Is he in my team? No, he's not. He might come in for Zach Williams. I don't know. I think Williams will score better than Toby Pink, obviously, but who knows about his body. Wardlaw, I think, is a big, big trap. I just don't think he can get enough of the ball. 10 touches. Look, 12 tackles, fucking amazing. But 10 touches, seriously? Like, he's got to up that to at least 20 if he wants to be anywhere near the top 8 conversation. Probably 25. Because, yeah, the tackles will give him a lot of points, but you need touches. Lazaro as well, so we missed him. Solid game. I'm not sure. Like, there's so many options. I'm not sure who to pick out of them, but yeah, solid game from him. He's had 2 good outings in the preseason. Not amazing, but good enough if you want to pick him and if you think he has job security. I'm not sure if he does or not. Colby McKercher. So he was a bit quieter today. 18 touches, only the 55 Supercoach. I still think he's a safe pick, but yeah, very quiet game from him. So apparently there was a real dog act. Webster in caught away, and then like Clarko went nuts or something. Someone let me know what happened because I didn't see it, obviously. Yeah, interesting. So moving down, Tom Powell, stay away, 50 off 85% time on ground. And then LDU, so 6 frees against. Now that's obviously going to hurt his score, but look, at this point, I'm not paying $635,000 for someone who's going to score 36 in 80% time on ground. I don't care what he scored last year in the practice match and he went on to be good. I don't give a shit. That is pathetic. How do you play essentially the full game? It was the full game. You give away 6 frees and you score 36 Supercoach and you're 630k. LDU is not coming anywhere near my team. Nowhere near it. So, yeah, I know a lot of people will say it's a practice match. Yes, it is a practice match, but you know what? There's so many options this year in the midfield. I am not going to pick someone who scored 36 playing the whole game and gave away 6 sprays. Not a chance. Because if he does that once in the regular season, he's probably dropping like a good 80k once his break even like properly sets in. So that's it for the practice matches. It's nice to finally have them over because, like I said, they were a drag to watch. So, structure-wise, my team, how is it looking? I've got 86k in the bank, which I don't love. But I do like this structure of this team. So, I've gone with the 4 premium defenders. I'm open to going 5. If I'm going to go 5, it's going to be Crouch that goes. And Williams will turn into maybe... Actually, no, I don't even want Sicily. So, I'm not going to go 5. So, these are the only 4 defenders that I'm quite keen on. I'd honestly rather Luke Ryan than Sicily at this point. I did not like Sicily's role at all. He was playing lockdown. So, yeah, that's my 4 defenders. Pretty set on all 4 of those. I think Dacos will go... He'll be fine. I don't even know if Finn McGuinness will tag him. Apparently he's playing a new role in the practice match. I'm not sure. I read something about that. Tom Stewart, safe as houses. Sheasel, I think, very safe for a ton every week. Hayden Young as well, two-way mid that's really, really, ready to break out. And then Zach Williams and Zach Reed, they're solid enough rookie price players. And then moving on to the midfield, so I've gone with Bont and Libba, and I'm very, very keen on Libba. Like, you got to remember, guys, Libba has a very injury-affected score in his average last year, and he's still in 116. So, yes, he's a bit older, but he has a 20 in his average. So, I don't know what he'd average if you took it out. Probably only 1 or 2 more points, but still, Liberatore, very safe pick. He got tagged this week, and he still went nuts. It just seems like he's getting better with age, and I just want I want safe premiums that I know are going to be Ubers, and I really think Liver is going to be a safe Uber primo. He's just a beast, and I don't see why he would stop now. Darcy Parish, so Bond is Bond. You know, we know how good he is. He's a captain option every week, but yeah, Darcy Parish looks like he's had an amazing preseason. Every time I watch this kid play, he's just everywhere. He's all the 1-2s, really cleaned up his disposal efficiency, I think. He was hitting some really hard kicks at the Geelong game, and yeah, I was very impressed by him. And then Nick Martin and Matt Crouch are 2 guys. Well, Nick Martin obviously playing the halfback role. We know, everyone knows about it by now. I think he can go 105-ish, and we swing him up to the defence round 6. And Matt Crouch is a bit risky, but at this point, I just think we can afford to take a few risks with 40 trades. Tim English and Max Gawn are VCC options every single week, and that's one thing that I'm really, really happy about because, look, I just think if you fade English, yes, he's 99% going to come down in price. The thing is how much. It's the same with Bond. These guys are absolute Ubers for a reason. I just don't think you can really stop English. He's literally like another midfielder, which gets hit outs. So, yeah, good luck stopping him. I think natural progression, he's only going to get better. Yes, Lob might take a bit more of that ruck split, but even still, I don't think it's going to affect English too much, to be honest, to the point where his average is going to drop. If it drops, it'd be by a couple of points max, I think. So, and then Max Gawn, obviously, we know what he's capable of without any other rucks in the team. It's probably been a long time since he hasn't had a Luke Jackson or a Brodie Grundy in the team. I think he's going 125 plus very, very comfortably. And then Naismith on the bench, so hopefully we can get a few games out of him, a couple of price rises before Nate comes back. I could definitely strengthen up this forward bench, so maybe we get rid of Sam Darcy, and then who are people picking? Caleb Windsor on the bench? Yeah, okay, that works. So that gets rid of some of my salary cap. But hopefully the team's not going to change too much now. Because the only other information we have is round 1. Zach Fisher, we know how good he is, how good he was today. Absolutely sold on him. Nat Fyfe, I think, in that pure mid role. Yes, he had a lot of clangers. Or was it clangers or freeze against? I can't remember which one. I think he can safely go 80 plus, probably 85 plus. Maybe even more. The ceiling is obviously very high for him in a full mid role. The only thing is his body. James Jordan, I think with the injury of who was it that got injured? Taylor Adams. I think that opens up even a bigger door for him to move into that midfield. And look, he looks even good on the wing scoring wise. So just works really hard around the ground. I think he can go 80 as well. Harley Reid, I don't think you can afford to fade him. Too much talent, too much potential for me to get rid of him. So, yeah, I think he'll be fine. Sexton, loved his role, absolute lock. And Darcy Wilson played really, really well today and turned up. So, yeah, so Windsor and Cabin on the bench. I think Cabman can kick a few bags early. Obviously, that's a bit wishful thinking, but he has got a relatively easy draw opening. What is it? North and then West Coast. And then he has the bye. Bloody hell, Zero West have a very easy draw. Anyway, so structure-wise, I kind of like the idea of floating between the 10 and 11 keepers in my team. So Nick Dacos, obvious keeper. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 in Stuart Cheezel Young. 5, 6, 7. And I think Nick Martin is going to be a keeper in defence. So that's 8. I don't think Matt Crouch is a keeper, which means top 8. So we won't include him in that. And then 9, 10, definitely English and Gawn are keepers. And then Fisher, I think, will be a keeper in the forward line. So that's 11 keepers. And on the safe side, Nick Martin, we say he doesn't quite do what we expect him to do, even though I think he will. That's still 10 keepers, which I think is very, very good. So if we can sort of structure our teams in that 10 to 11 keeper range, I think after that we can just kind of throw value at the team. Yeah, in terms of mid prices, I don't have too many in the midfield. Like Nick Martin and Matt Crouch, yes, I guess you could argue they're mid prices, but I expect them to be close to the top of their range. And then obviously the forward line is a different story. It's basically all my mid prices because that's all we can do. But yeah, that's it for the video, guys. League code in the comments if you haven't joined any yet. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and yeah, goodbye.